Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. Namaskar, welcome to Next IS. I hope you are doing well. In this video, we are going to cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, and Press Information Bureau. So, without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. And your first article talks about rarest of the rare doctrine of death penalty. And it is in the news because recently special court in Uttar Pradesh sentenced three men to death penalty for their involvement in the Deholi massacre of 1981, in which 24 Dalits, including women and children, were killed. The court called the crime rarest of the rare and also imposed a fine of 1 lakh on the convicts. Now let's know the origins of the rarest of the rare doctrine. So friends, in Jagmohan Singh versus State of Uttar Pradesh case, Supreme Court upheld the constitutionality of the death penalty. Here petitioner argued it violated fundamental rights and lacked clear guidelines for judicial discretion. But the Supreme Court dismissed the appeal, affirming the death sentence was constitutional. In 1980, the Supreme Court in Bachan Singh versus State of Punjab case established the rarest of rare doctrine but did not clearly define it. This was clarified in 1983 by the Supreme Court in Machi Singh versus State of Punjab, which identified 5 criteria for awarding death penalty, and it included brutality of the murder, the motive, the social abhorrent nature of the crime, the magnitude of the crime, and the personality of the offender. And today, the definition of rarest of rare doctrine remains unclear, which leaves room for judicial discretion. Now, recently, Supreme Court set aside 2 decisions related to the Auroville development. The court overturned the National Green Tribunal order from April 2022, which halted construction due to the lack of environmental clearance, and Madras High Court ruling from March 2024. The court acknowledged that both the right to clean environment and right to developments are fundamental rights. And court also ruled that National Green Tribunal had overstepped its jurisdiction. Next article is related to National Wildlife Health Policy, and it is in the news because now government is reviewing an interim draft of the National Wildlife Health Policy, which aims to integrate wildlife disease surveillance, research, and new diagnostic labs. This mission aligns with the National One Health Mission for Pandemic Preparedness and Disease Control. And this policy is being drafted by the Ministry of Environment's Central Zoo Authority in consultations with the experts and supported by the IIT Bombay. Key recommendations from 7 working groups focus on disease surveillance, wildlife health research, and capacity building. Now, this policy is important because current wildlife disease surveillance is fragmented across ministries, which creates information gaps, and the unified policy will enhance cross-sector collaboration. The policy recommends creating a national wildlife health database and information system to centralize data and improve disease forecasting. Next article talks about India-Malaysia Relations. Malaysia is one of the 10 member countries of ASEAN and is the ASEAN chair for year 2025. And during the recent meeting, India and Malaysia discussed the ongoing review of ASEAN-India Trade in Goods Agreement. Both sides also discussed bilateral trade issues, market access issues, collaboration in semiconductor industry, cooperation in service sector, and issues related to foreign manufacturer certification scheme of Bureau of Indian Standards. Here you must know that Malaysia is India's third largest trading partner in ASEAN. Next article talks about exercise Varuna, and it is in the news because 23rd edition of the India-France bilateral naval exercise Varuna is scheduled from 19th March to 2020 March. This exercise was initiated in 2001 and now it has become a key symbol of cooperation. This exercise promotes mutual understanding, exchange of best practices, and the ability to operate together in complex maritime situations. Next and last headline talks about National Innovation Challenge for Drone Application and Research, which was recently launched by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and Drone Federation of India under Swayan initiative. It is aimed at developing autonomous drones for disaster management and precision agriculture. Talking about Swayan initiative, it was launched in 2022 and it focuses on building a skilled workforce in unmanned aircraft systems through training and academic programs. So with this, let's conclude today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.